Seldom it happened that an IPS officer joined his team for a raid, and that to outside state. I have covered many news stories with reference to various raids which are related to uh, uh, actions at various districts. But there are certain cases wherein police from one district or from Maharashtra going to other state, and seldom it happen, as I said, even IPS officers joining them. I'm referring USA. By the way, I'll not speak about what is USA. Let us get more details about USA and couple of other important operations which is done by uh, Pune police technically. But in these specific cases, I would say they were led by DCP Somay Munde from Zone 7. Erstwhile Zone 4, but now Zone 7 for sure.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Munde, I specifically refer here USA operation, which was November. I believe you went with 105 team members.
Yeah.
What exactly happened?
So USA that you are referring to is Umarti Shikalgar Arms. It's one of those infamous illicit arms trafficking, kind of an organization. They market their weapons as USA. Their illicit weapons are embossed with the initials of USA.
But U is for Umarti.
Umarti, yeah. So Umarti is one of those villages in Bharwani district. It's right on the Maharashtra border. We have R Umarti and Par Umarti. So
Okay.
R Umarti is basically in Maharashtra. Par Umarti is there in Madhya Pradesh.
So there are two.
There are two, yeah. So the weapons are produced in the Par Umarti in the Madhya Pradesh area. In parallel investigations in number of arms seizures, we had found out through technical analysis and through interrogation that these weapons are being procured from Umarti. Many of the agents who go from here, pick up weapons, do and then sell it for a good margin at Pune and the rest of Maharashtra.
I believe in 25, around 21 such weapons were.
In this particular
Pune police
operation.
caught.
Yeah, so we started with to tell you a story. We started with one weapon.
Okay.
Yeah, so in our routine combing operations, we picked up one weapon, and we got immediate linkages. We picked up 5 more weapons. We got few more suppliers who were acquaintances of those arrested accused. We picked up few more weapons, and this way we were able to seize some 11 weapons, and this led us to believe that this is a much bigger racket, and we need to go to the very roots of it. And through technical analysis and through interrogations, we were able to identify number of accused from Umarti who are involved in this. We talked to number of units. We talked to Jalgaon because Jalgaon is a neighboring district.
True.
We talked to a number of policemen from Dhule because they are also a neighboring district.
But when you're doing this,
Yeah.
by any chance, Umarti guys, I mean, people who are known for all these actions, didn't they get any inkling?
They
that
did.
They did not.
In fact, we did go to the village 1 week before the raid, and we conducted a detailed recce. We posed as tourists. We took a traveler van. Our men were sitting. We posed as we were going to Omkareshwar temple in Madhya Pradesh, and they went there, drew hand-drawn maps of that village where we are going to raid. And that was very crucial for us for planning and
Very
executing.
confidential.
Yeah, it was.
Not even known to your very close ones in the Pune police.
We didn't. I mean, it was my superiors and my core team was
Involved.
knew about it, and
Okay.
we were planning it for a long time. The only question was how to do it, so that we are able to achieve our objective without having any collateral damage or any controversy.
So, Reiki was done a week before.
Yeah.
Then what?
After that, there was a lot of discussion at our level, at higher level, how to do it. I mean, do we go solo? Do we take help of Madhya Pradesh police? If Madhya Pradesh police, then which component of Madhya Pradesh police? And thankfully, we got a lot of support from Madhya Pradesh, and there was a lot of confusion about what is the objective to be achieved. The objective was to have a deterrence effect, to pick up most of the accused who are there. So we had made a list of 26 accused.
Okay.
The problem with these accused is that it is very difficult to identify those particular person, put a name to that person. So we knew that there is someone called with a particular name Sunny, who who is involved in trafficking, whose name keeps coming up. So, but how do you identify Sunny? Sunny can be a nickname. So,
And what's Sunny? Who's Sunny?
who Sunny? Yeah. So, putting a name to the face,
Was
and
difficult.
identifying those particular people, and then going to raid, then only it is.
So planning must have been a Herculean task in this case.
Yeah, yeah. So we mapped out the houses, which houses those particular people live, and then when we entered the village, we basically directly went to their houses. That is why we were able to pick up.
Big village or
No, it's roughly 700 to 1,000 people live there.
so fairly big.
Yeah, it is.
Mr. Munde, as I said, it seldomly happened that an officer of your level, generally, they direct, they do not participate, but you were there and you led this raid. So how is that? You yourself was very, I mean, you're very keen to be there at the location and lead the raid.
It was also the necessity of that operation, because first of all, we are going for an interstate operation.
True.
It has lots of complexities. There were lots of unknowns. So what is going to happen, and there needs to be a senior officer at the spot to take those decisions. And also we were, even in spite of a lot of planning, we were going in the blind. I mean, a lot of unknowns were there. So that decision making power has to be there on the field. That is why CP sir tasked me to go. Also in Maharashtra police, there is a tradition where senior officers do lead operations, and in fact it is something that is expected of senior officers, and that also boosts morale of the your men, your officers.
When you yourself are with them.
Yes, so
on the field.
Once you are there, wearing bulletproof jacket, carrying a a Glock, and going yourself, there is no chance of any slackness among the men.
So one is you picked up these guys from their home. That's one part of it. Also, I believe you found or you located the space or the locations where they were building these weapons.
Yeah.
And I would say illegally making all these firearms. Small factories. So how did you find that? Because they must not be within the village, right? Must be in the periphery.
Many of them were there in the village. Some of them were there outside. But once you say within the village, you have to understand that it's not impossible to search each and every inch of the village.
True.
In spite of number of those houses. Those houses are created in a little different way. I mean,
well planned.
Yeah, well planned. Once you enter inside the house, you won't even know that there is a room just beside it. So those kind of problems were there. So at that point of time, when we picked up these people, once you start interrogating them, that on the spot interrogation.
So immediately, the moment you pick up, you start interrogating.
Yeah, so that is extremely important. We had created number of search teams. So once we had already decided this part of village will be covered by this particular team. They'll pick up that person.
And you had MP police also with you.
Yeah, they were the resource persons for us. And also Jalgaon police was there.
Yes.
We had taken number of people along with us who had previously conducted such raids in Umarti. So that resource base is very important. That knowledge base is very important. And that is how on the spot we worked out. And we were able to identify a number of factories there.
What were the typical unforeseen situations which cropped up during this raid?
One of the things that, in fact, number of things that did come up, we had already planned for it. One thing was ladies from the village coming up and trying to,
Stopping you.
Stop our investigation, stop our interrogation and everything, putting hindrances within it. And that was a problem. But we had planned for it. Our women staff among our police was very active. They were very well motivated. And we had taken, in fact, women officers who were able to lead those lady police constables. And they did a wonderful job of stopping that, so that there is no hindrance. Also, we had planned for number of eventualities. Also, we had planned for non-cooperation from local police, but we did get a lot of cooperation. Yeah. So thankfully, no major unforeseen things happened.
Okay. And since it was related to firearms by Sikilgar team at
Yeah.
Umarti, has it happened that they tried assaulting your men? I mean, some kind of scuffle happened
They did in the initial beginning. They
through
did try
arms.
to not through arms. That they escalate slowly,
Okay.
and then they use force to somehow
Did
run
they
away.
anticipate?
They didn't anticipate the overwhelming force that we were able to put on the village. So in the sense that there were a lot of men, there were drones flying about, there were people who
Drones
were
by
prepared-
you?
drones by us, yeah. So there were people who were armed to teeth. Our QRT team was there for all the
So police and technology.
yeah, so we were able to overwhelm them. They didn't anticipate that this kind of raid will be there. So initially they tried to do it, but we had briefed our men that way. Ki, you don't tolerate a single thing. If you tolerate one thing, it will lead to another thing. So nip it in the bud, so that you don't have to use
Right at
force.
scratch.
Right at the start, so that you don't have to use force. So there was a lot of halla gulla and all, but we were able to counter it.
I believe once you got 6 on
Yeah, we
immediate.
detained 47 there.
But 6 are arrested.
7 were arrested.
7 were arrested.
Yeah.
So what is happening with this other people out of 47? Because detainment was a big number.
Yeah, so these 7 were the ones who were named accused in our cases, which are currently
Related
under
to Pune.
investigation. Yeah, so we had every legal cause to arrest them. Rest of the 40 out of the rest 40 people, number of them were absconding accused in MP cases. So they arrested some of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and they also registered a separate case there and arrested
Got
few
it.
more. So I'm sure a number of people were
So you
arrested.
ultimately helped MP police also in this way.
Yeah, it's a joint
joint
operation. They also benefited a lot out of it.
What are the challenges in joint operations, by the way?
So there are lots of things. You have to have very good coordination. The distrust should be completely eliminated. That is very important, because someone coming into our jurisdiction and doing something is not something acceptable to any police force.
Anyone?
Yeah. So
In normal parlance also.
yes. So for example, if crime branch even raids does any raid in my zone, it is a kind of an embarrassment. Ki why they are doing it. But MP police did a very great job. There were huge number of problems are there because the scale is widespread there. But they did a.
I've also understood Mr. Amitesh Kumar, CP Pune City Police. He also had coordinated with senior officials of MP,
yes.
and that was a very well coordinated, collaborated
And
effort.
that was the key to cooperation with the MP police.
Got it. Mr. Munde, this was perhaps not the first big operation where you were personally involved or led by you. I believe apart from this, recently your team was also involved in raid at Rajasthan with reference to, I believe, Ganja
MD.
MD.
Yeah.
So what was this case, and what exactly has happened here?
Again, as far as any racketeering or any trafficking is concerned, you have to go to the root.
नाही, पण तुम्ही नेहमी म्हणजे ॲज अ DCP तुम्ही नेहमी असं म्हणजे विषय आला की तुम्ही स्वतः लीड करतात की हे DB किंवा PI लेवलवर?
नाही, you have to have personal investment in these kind of cases, so that it is taken once our men realize that senior officers are watching this case very, very carefully. They are themselves interrogating accused. They are themselves looking at CDR. They are themselves looking at technical evidence. They do a better job.
आणि अंदाजे 4 कोटचं तुम्ही MD जप्त केलं याच्यात.
Even in this case, we started with only 27 grams of MD that was seized in Kharadi. Through various technical investigation, interrogation, we picked up accused. We started picking up. Then we picked up some 151 grams of MD
At Wagholi, I believe.
at Wagholi. Then we picked up 400 grams of MD from Manjri, and number of accused were arrested. A few accused of Rajasthan were identified. We decided that this is the general area in which we immediately talked to CP sir, and we immediately launched the operation. 5 various teams were created of this particular team that went to
Balotra.
Rajasthan. Balotra. It's not only Balotra. Balotra is where we got success.
Okay.
We had search operations in Jodhpur also. Our teams had gone to number of different districts, neighboring districts, and we were able to pick up 2 important accused, and also 1.3 kilo of MD.
So it was 1.3 kilo.
1.3 kilo.
That's a very big number.
Yes, that is roughly around 2.7 CR ka, recovery that is there. Unfortunately, we did not go till the very last link. Work is still going on that, and I'm sure we'll go to that.
So you're still working on this case?
Yes,
I mean,
we are.
the
We are
case is
working.
on.
Yeah, case is on. Yeah.
And I'm sure you must have applied stringent sections on.
Yes, we have.
who are involved.
NDPS itself is a very stringent.
Very
act.
stringent.
Once all the procedures are done very carefully, it is very difficult to get bail. So yes, we are following it up even more.
या आधी खडकीचं पण एक सिमिलर केस झालेला आहे विच इज रिलेटेड टू ड्रग्स.
Yes.
त्याच्यात नेमकं तुम्ही काय केलं आणि काय विषय होता?
खडकीमध्ये इट वॉज जास्त करून गांजा, हायड्रोपोनिक गांजा. गांजामध्ये 2 प्रकार असतात. एक तर जे शेतात उगवतो आपण, आणि एक आहे हायड्रोपोनिक गांजा, जो आपण एखाद्या लॅबमध्ये उगवतो आर्टिफिशियली. या त्याचा फायदा हा असतो, म्हणजे फॉर अ ड्रग ॲडिक्ट इट्स अ मच हायर कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ऑफ THA that is there. That is the chemical compound that जे तुम्हाला धुंदीत आणतं. त्याची क्वांटिटी जास्त असते हायड्रोपोनिक गांजामध्ये.
ओके.
आणि त्याला उगवण्यासाठी स्पेस पण फार कमी लागते. एका फ्लॅटमध्ये तुम्ही भरपूर उगवू शकता. त्याची व्हॅल्यू पण, मार्केट व्हॅल्यू पण जास्त असते. आम्ही इनिशियली 1 किलोचा गांजा आम्ही खडकीमधून सीज केला होता. त्याच्या बॅक ट्रॅकिंगमध्ये पिंपरी चिंचवडमध्ये एका फ्लॅटमध्ये आम्हाला हायड्रोपोनिक गांजाची लॅब सापडली. तिथे आरोपी काही अरेस्ट केले. तिथून मुंबईची लिंक लागली.
म्हणजे ट्रेल बघत
आम्ही मुंबईला पोहोचलो. मुंबईमधून एक 2 कोटीचे वेगवेगळे केमिकल सिंथेटिक ड्रग्स जे असतात, मग ते मशरूम इन्फ्युज्ड असतील किंवा इतर गोष्टी असतील, त्याचे आम्ही सीज केलं. गोवाला आमचा एक मुख्य आरोपी होता, त्याला आम्ही सीज केलं. आणि या सगळ्यामध्ये आम्हाला दिसून आलं की टेक्नॉलॉजीचा वापर करून या गोष्टीचा,
म्हणजे चुकीचे काम करताय टेक्नॉलॉजीचा वापर करून
ते बेसिकली. आणि ज्यांनी ही हायड्रोपोनिक लॅब पिंपरी चिंचवडमध्ये सेटअप केली होती, हे सगळे हायली एज्युकेटेड मुलं होते. MBA केलेलं आहे, BTech केलेलं आहे. एक मुलगा मास्टर्ससाठी ऑस्ट्रेलियाला जाणार होता, आणि बेसिकली चांगल्या फॅमिलीमधले उच्च शिक्षित, पण या चुकीच्या गोष्टीमध्ये
नॉलेजेबल सुद्धा. काम.
यस. आणि टेक्नॉलॉजीचा फार चांगला वापर केला, म्हणजे दुर्दैवाने त्यांनी म्हणजे चांगला वापर करून घेत होते. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, जर का त्यांना ड्रग्स इथे ट्रान्सपोर्ट करायचे, तर एक पर्टिक्युलर ॲपचा वापर करून, हायपर लॉजिस्टिकल ॲप आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये डिलिव्हरी ते एका जागेहून दुसरी जागी कोणती,
म्हणजे ड्रग्स लॉजिस्टिक्सच्या माध्यमातून पाठवत होतो.
यस. सो बेसिकली एक ॲप आहे ज्याच्याने तुम्ही एक पर्टिक्युलर कोणतीही गोष्ट तुम्हाला एका ठिकाणाहून दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी पोहोचवायची. पुण्यामध्ये लेट अस से मला डिलिव्हरी द्यायची आहे, हडपसरवरून खराडीमध्ये मला एक डिलिव्हरी द्यायची. त्या ॲपमध्ये ऑर्डर प्लेस करायची, आणि एक माणूस येतो, पिकअप घेऊन जातो. यस.
रुटीन आहे, म्हणजे सिम्पल.
यस. तो ते काय करायचे की टी शर्टमध्ये ऑर्डर प्लेस व्हायची टी शर्टची.
बरं.
पण टी शर्टमध्ये गुंडाळून ड्रग्स असायचे, आणि त्या ॲपचा वापर करून ते तिथं डिलिव्हरी
म्हणजे डायरेक्ट त्यांचं सहभाग किंवा ते.
यस. तो आणि ॲपवाल्याला माहित नाहीये,
माध्यम
तो फक्त माध्यम आहे. त्याला तो काय उघडून बघत नाही पॅकेट काय.
बरोबर.
एखाद्या वेळेस ते अंडरटेकिंग घेत असतील की काही लिगल सबस्टन्स नाहीये, तसं काही अंडरटेकिंग
कुरिअरवाले घेत
असतील. राईट. पण त्याला काही माहित नाहीये, आणि हा पूर्ण त्या ॲपचा वापर करून गोष्टी चालवत आहे. बिटकॉईनचा मोठ्या प्रमाणात वापर केला होता. बिटकॉईनचे ज्यावेळेस आम्ही अॅक्युजला पकडलं, त्यांचे ट्रान्झॅक्शन्स आम्ही बघितले, तर $5 लाख त्यांचे ट्रान्झॅक्शन्स होते.
घेवाण बिटकॉईनमध्ये
होती. आणि सिग्नल ॲपचा वापर करत होते.
बरं.
डार्क वेबचा वापर करत होते. डार्क वेबवर एक पर्टिक्युलर फोरम आहे, त्याचा वापर करून ते बेसिकली ड्रग्सची देवाणघेवाण चालू होती. ज्यावेळेस त्याच्यामध्ये खोल अजून तपास केला, तर हे ड्रग्स काही बाहेरच्या देशातून पण येत होते. हे पण त्यामध्ये निष्पन्न झालं. सो बेसिकली त्याचं पण इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन अजून चालू आहे. नाऊ दॅट इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन आता माझ्याकडे नाही आहे, कारण तो पोलीस स्टेशन
वेगळं
सेपरेट झोनमध्ये आहे.
4 मधनं आता तुम्ही DCP झोन 7चं तुम्ही DCP आहात आणि हा विषय माझा मध्ये झोन 4चा
झोन 4चा आता आहे. येस.
याशिवाय आय रिमेंबर तुम्हाला म्हणजे वी कॅन सी यू आर अ पर्सन, यू आर अन ऑफिसर who has been awarded with Shaurya Chakra by Madam President of India recently, in recent past, I would say, recent years. तिथं नेमकं म्हणजे काय केलं होतं, बिकॉज आय बिलीव्ह यू फॉट विथ नॅक्सलाइट्स इन गडचिरोली एरिया. सो व्हॉट वॉज दॅट इन्सिडेंट? व्हॉट वॉज, गिव्ह अस डिटेल्स अबाउट दॅट एम्बुश.
गडचिरोलीमध्ये माझी पोस्टिंग झाली होती 2020मध्ये, आणि मी ॲडिशनल SP अहेरी आणि त्यानंतर मग ॲडिशनल SP ऑपरेशन्स असा माझ्याकडे चार्ज असायचा. सो बेसिकली नक्षल ऑपरेशन्स कंडक्ट करणे हे माझ्याकडे चार्ज असायचा. तर 13 नोव्हेंबर 2021मध्ये आम्ही एक ऑपरेशन लॉन्च केलं होतं, ज्यामध्ये रफली 120 नक्षल्सची माहिती आम्हाला होती, एका जागी जमलेले आहेत आणि काही घातपात करण्याचा प्रयत्न करत आहेत. त्या अनुषंगाने आम्ही रेड केली. त्या रेडमध्ये 27 नक्षलला कंठस्थान घालण्यामध्ये आम्हाला यश आलं. We were able to eliminate 27 Nakshals.
समोर झालं होतं.
Yes, and lot of firing, and it was 2-day operation. माझ्या 2 जवानांना गोळी लागली होती आणि फॉर्च्युनेटली सेव्ड. येस.
वंडरफुल.
आणि त्या ऑपरेशनमध्ये जो महाराष्ट्र, मध्य प्रदेश आणि छत्तीसगड, ज्याला MMC झोन म्हणतात नक्षलच्या भाषेमध्ये, त्या झोनचा जो मुख्य लीडर होता त्यांचा, मिलिंद तेलतुंबडे, त्याला कंठस्नान घालण्यामध्ये आम्हाला यश भेटलं होतं. आणि वॉज अ व्हेरी, त्याच्यावर 50 लाखाचं बक्षीस फक्त महाराष्ट्र स्टेटचं होतं.
बरोबर.
अनेक इतर स्टेट्सनी त्याच्यावर अनेक बक्षीस ठेवले होते आणि त्याला एलिमिनेट केलं. ही वॉज, तो CC मेंबर होता. सो सेंट्रल कमिटी, जी नक्षलची सर्वात मोठी कमिटी असते, त्यांचा कॅबिनेट मिनिस्टर ज्याला म्हणू शकतो आपण, त्याला आम्ही एलिमिनेट केलं होतं. त्याच्यामुळे
नक्सलाइट एरियामध्ये हा नोन नेम होतं,
व्हेरी नोन नेम. अँड जनरली इन दी नक्षल एरियामध्ये ही वॉज ॲक्टिव्ह फ्रॉम,
खूप केसेस पण होते.
येस, नंबर ऑफ केसेस. ही वॉज ॲक्टिव्ह फ्रॉम 93 आणि ही वॉज अबस्कॉन्डिंग. ही हॅड किल्ड लॉट्स ऑफ पोलिसमॅन, भरपूर सिव्हिलियन्सला मारलं होतं. तो नेक्स्ट लीडर होता या लिडरशिपचा, या पूर्ण लिडरशिपचा. ही वॉज वन ऑफ द यंगेस्ट CC मेंबर. त्यामुळे पुढे जाऊन तो फार मोठा होणार होता आणि त्याला मारण्यामध्ये यश आलं होतं. त्यामुळे गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडियाने शौर्य चक्र मला प्रदान केलं होतं.
अभिनंदन त्यासाठी.
थँक्यू.
Meanwhile, we'll come to conclusion of this interview, since it is about your specific cases. Nowadays, Gen Z is also, I mean, I'm not generalizing it, but there were specific cases related to cyber frauds or maybe related to NDPS where the accused are like Gen Z. What is your message to, because you're also very young, you're in your 30s, so what is your message to Gen Z population? I mean, their focus is their career, but sometimes because of some bad experience, they fall prey to such kind of experiences also. So what is your message to Gen Z?
As Gen Z is not a homogeneous term. And I mean, there are lots of different parts of Gen Z. There are youngsters who come from backward areas, slum areas. They have their own problems. There are youngsters who are into high-flying jobs, earning very well. They have their own problems. But the problem that I am seeing is there is a lot of individuality within the youngsters, and that is leading to number of problems.
Are you referring quick money?
Quick money also. There is aspiration to do something very quickly, become famous very quickly. For example, there are many youngsters from slum area or backward area who create reels on Instagram showcasing weapons, toy guns, showcasing as they are real weapons, trying to likes. Yeah, basically trying to. So when we do ask them why you are doing this, so they say ki likes bhetta, comment bhetta, they are trying to be real stars. So that is basically a quick way to get fame. त्याच्याच आशेपोटी ते करत आहेत. आणि ती फार, मला वाटतं की जर का तुम्हाला खरंच काही करायचं आहे आयुष्यामध्ये, तर त्याला सातत्य लागतं, त्याला मेहनत लागते. आणि अशा गोष्टींना बळी पडू नका. याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही लॉ एन्फोर्समेंटच्या रडारवर येता आणि बेसिकली गुन्हेगारीच्या मार्गावर जाता. भरपूर जे मोठे इथले जे गुन्हेगार आहेत ते या यंगस्टरचा वापर करून गुन्हे करतात. ते आरामात
यांच्या मागे ते लपतात.
यस, आणि त्यांचा वापर केला जातो, म्हणजे त्याला वापर करून त्यांना टाकून दिलं जातं, हे पण झालेलं आहे. त्यामुळे यंगस्टर्सला हे एक सूचना हीच असणार आहे, विनंती हीच असणार आहे की ज्या गोष्टीमध्ये खरंच आपल्या परिवाराला, आपल्या समाजाला काही फायदा होईल त्या गोष्टीमध्ये थोडंसं लक्ष देणं गरजेचं आहे. जे जास्त हाय प्रोफाईल यंगस्टर्स आहेत, चांगल्या एरियामधले, चांगल्या उच्च शिक्षित घरांमधले, त्यांना माझी हे असणार आहे की विनंती ही असणार आहे की टी व्ही सिरीज आणि हे सगळे बघून त्याच्या मागे पडू नका. रिअल लाईफ फार वेगळी असते. यू आर बॉर्न इन टू अ गुड फॅमिली, यू आर बॉर्न इन टू अ गुड सोसायटी, मेक यूज ऑफ इट, ट्राय टू बी मच लिटल बिट मोर better into what you're doing. आणि don't be under illusions ki there is anything that you can do illegal and not get caught. You will eventually be caught.
Noted. Thank you so much for your valuable time.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks once again.
Thank you.